Are you living your life? Or are you living the life you were handed at birth? Have you ever asked yourself a question that can change the direction of your entire life? Where did my beliefs come from? Did I choose them for myself? Or were they handed to me before I was old enough to question them? Most people never ask that question. Not because they are afraid. Not because they are weak. But because someone else has already written your script of life before you were ever old enough to question it. Welcome to Awaken Light Energy, Tradition or Truth. Who Chose Your Life by T. Santoro. One afternoon, a small gathering formed around a table. Coffee cups steamed quietly while the conversation drifted from everyday topics into something deeper. Someone mentioned religion. Someone else mentioned culture. Then a kind-eyed woman sitting at the table shared something personal. She spoke about the way she dressed. She said it was part of her religion, part of her culture, something she had worn her entire life. Then she said something interesting. I never had a choice. The table became quiet. Another voice calmly asked a question. Is anyone forcing you to keep dressing this way? She paused for a moment and thought quietly. No one is forcing me. But I know that my family will shun me. My friends may even stop talking to me. I have seen what happens to others who stopped dressing this way. They were no longer invited to gatherings. They were quietly pushed aside. And I know they will judge me for stepping outside what they believe I should follow. And in that moment, she realized that in her world, the price of change was simply too great. And for her, the path remained the same. This is where tradition and identity begin to blur together. When something surrounds you from childhood, it can begin to feel like part of your own soul. But sometimes, what feels like identity is simply inheritance. Carl Jung once wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Those words carry truth. Because becoming who you truly are often requires questioning who you were told to be. At this time, please take a moment to like the video. It truly helps support the channel. Thank you. Another person at the table shared their experience. I was born into a family where unhealthy habits filled every day. Fattening foods. No exercise. No real care for the body. For generations, everyone in my family just kept getting larger and less healthy. Then one day, I decided to live differently. I started exercising. I began deliberately choosing healthier foods. When I used to sit on the sofa, I now go for walks. And I have to tell you, I truly enjoy feeling and looking healthier. I made the choice to apply this discipline and become a healthier version of myself. Even though my mom cried when I stopped eating most of her favorite dishes, the decision to live healthy was mine to make, not my family's. And there were plenty of family members who teased me and made fun of me, mostly in a humorous way. I was even accused of betraying who our family is. Big people, I was told. That is who our family has always been. Generations of big people. They made it seem like I was betraying our family identity. But I asked myself something important. Did I really betray my family by following my own desire to be healthy? Or did I simply choose a different path for my own life? What I have now noticed is that I broke a cycle, and now my younger brother is putting his health first. It's true, breaking a pattern does not destroy identity. Sometimes it reveals it. Yet many people struggle to see the difference. In many traditional cultures, identity is woven tightly within the family and community. Changing a belief can feel like pulling a single thread and unraveling the entire fabric, the collective identity of the group itself. To someone raised this way, independence can feel dangerous. But even then, something deeper remains true. Choosing not to choose is still a choice. In the immortal words of Steve Jobs, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Every person inherits something: culture, religion, customs, expectations. None of that is unusual. The real question is, what happens next? Do you examine your choices? Or do you simply carry them forward because they were handed to you? At the cafe table, the conversation remained peaceful. No one argued. No one tried to win. But one thought quietly moved through the room. If a person stays in a tradition only because they fear losing relationships, then the tradition is not built on love. It is more likely built on control and fear. Family is meant to be a place of belonging, where unconditional love sees you for who you are and not for what others expect you to be. Think about it this way. If a child grows up and reveals something different about themselves, their path, their beliefs, or their identity, does a loving parent abandon that child? Most people would say no, because real love is not obedient. Real love is connection. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." Identity matters. Freedom matters. Truth matters. Every human being eventually arrives at the same crossroads. Do I live the life that was assigned to me? Or do I build the life that reflects who I truly am? The answer will look different for everyone. Some people remain within the traditions they were born into because those traditions genuinely resonate with their spirit. Others eventually step outside the boundaries and discover a life that feels more authentic. Both paths involve choice, and that may be the most important realization of all. Even saying I have no choice requires a choice to accept that belief. At the end of the day, every life is shaped by one's own choices and decisions. Some large, some small, some made quietly within a person's own mind. The question is not whether choices exist. The question is who is making them for you? You? Or the script you were assigned before you could speak? And here's your moment to choose. Because you are still here, this story has resonated deeply within your soul. A burning desire that can no longer stay contained. I will leave you with this. You now know you have the right to choose. You have the right to question. You have the right to seek. And you have the right to follow your inner awakened light energy. Before you go, explore the playlist, for there is always a story for the season you find yourself in. Peace. See you in the stillness. If this story spoke to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember to click the bell so you always hear a new story. And if you know someone who could use this message, share it with them. Because sometimes, a simple story is all it takes to spark something real.